Chapter 2. Adelmo goes out to talk to Lana. Did you get a name of the person on the phone? No. She seemed like she really needed to speak with you about something important. In response, with a disappointed tone, shoot, she was warning me about something. I tried to ask who it was, but she never answered the question. If she calls back, please make sure you get her name. This is an important matter. She was very confused about the phone call. Of course, what was it about? Adelmo was engulfed in his thoughts. He didn't hear what Lana asked and went back to the back room of the store to look over the books and notes to see if there could be something more to them, since that lady called. He first grabbed the note, skimming over it once again, hoping he had missed something he hadn't seen before. He then grabbed the books, slowly fanning through the pages. But to his knowledge, he couldn't seem to find anything that he didn't notice the first time flipping through the pages. What is going on? He muttered to himself. He took those books and note out to Lana. Could you thoroughly read through everything and mark anything unusual about the note and books? He thought it might be a good idea for a second set of eyes to look over everything. Maybe she could spot something he couldn't on his own. She was very particular about details. He was confident that if she didn't spot something that he had already seen, then he knew he hadn't missed anything. Lana was willing to do anything she could to help Adelmo. She just wasn't exactly sure what he was looking for. She grabs the books and note and puts them behind the counter for her to look over in her free time. Adelmo felt so confused about what was going on. Adelmo finished up the day at the shop, trying not to think about what was going on throughout the day. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to keep his mind off it, completing his day, dazed and confused, constantly thinking about the words of that lady on the phone. Lana seems a bit concerned about Adelmo because of how distracted he is. She really hoped she would be able to help him, but wouldn't know till she got a chance to sit down and actually look it over. Before they knew it was already closing time, they finished up their daily routines of organizing the books, making it more presentable on the shelves, picking up trash and closing out the till, locking it in the safe in the back room. He then closed shop for the day. They went out the door and locked up for the night. They briefly chatted about their plans for the rest of the night. Adelmo mentioned he was just going to go home and relax, try not to think about anything too much. I was going to head home and see what she could find in those books and notes that you gave me, since I didn't have the time during store hours. They parted ways for the night. When they both made it home, Adelmo sat down on the couch to watch television as a distraction, hoping it would keep his mind off what took place at the shop. Meanwhile, Lana went into her home, sat herself down, started looking over the books and notes that were given to her to look over. At first glance, she was spotting the same things as Adelmo. First, she saw the same underlined passages were the same as what was written on the piece of paper. Next thing was the crest symbol. She grabbed a magnifying glass to be able to look at it closer. She grabs her laptop and jumps onto the internet, trying to figure out who the crest was related to. She found very similar looking crest symbols, but nothing was exact. She kept on searching, trying as hard as she could to find what she was looking for. She finally reaches a crest that looks nearly identical. Her eyes widened in excitement, eagerly looking to see what she could find out about it. She first tries to find a name connected to the crest, Alexandru. She was confused about what she had discovered by the name. The name sounds very familiar. She knew the name, but wasn't sure if there was a relation to it. She prints out the information she found and packs it away with the books and notes for Adelmo to look over tomorrow. She saw the time and realized it was getting late and needed to get to bed. She began doing her nightly routine by hopping into the shower, drying off, brushing her hair and teeth, and finally ready for bed. She slips under the covers and falls fast asleep at the identical time as Adelmo falls asleep on the couch watching television. They both start dreaming. Adelmo exits out of a cave, confused about where he is, looking around, noticing Lana in the distance with a look on her face filled with confusion. He felt like this place had a familiar presence to it, realizing it was the place behind his grandfather's house. He walks over to Lana, asking, "Are you all right, Lana?" "I don't know where I am. Can you help me, please, Adelmo?" "Yes, I will do exactly that. Do you know where you are at?" Lana muttered, "No idea. We are at my grandfather's house. Please come with me, so I can make sure you are safe." Trying to make their way to his grandfather's place, the air filled with a cloud, making it really difficult to see and breathe. Coughing and stumbling over their feet, but still trying to move forward carefully, looking for his place. When they finally made it to the house, they assumed that it was his grandfather's place. They both noticed there was a crest on the building, wondering who it belonged to. First thing they noticed, it did not look like the one on the paper he saw. Could it be Adelmo's family crest? Lana thought to herself. Muddled in their thoughts on what they were looking at, neither one knew who it belonged to. They both woke up in a daze, wondering what that was all about. Adelmo thought, oh great, another dream, but was confused about why Lana was there. Lana thought to herself, what the heck was that all about, and why was I dreaming about Adelmo?